Hello, in this video we continue to explore the topic of self-esteem. In the previous video we have established that self-esteem is an estimation of yourself. A healthy or high self-esteem is an estimation of yourself that is correct compared to reality. This would mean that low or unhealthy self-esteem is an estimation of yourself that is incorrect compared to reality. And there are two types of low self-esteem. There's undervaluation and overvaluation. And people who tend to undervalue themselves think of themselves as stupid, ugly, unlovable, worthless, lazy, selfish, and so on. And some signs of undervaluation are excessive shame and guilt, belief that fundamentally they are worth less than other people are, false humility or timidity, people-pleasing at the cost of your own true needs, also passivity or submission, indecision, fear of making mistakes, passive aggression, and lack of goals. And in comparison, signs of overvaluation are grandiosity, psychopathy, arrogance, feeling of entitlement, domination, excessive risk-taking, active aggression, and false or disturbing goals. Now, there are a lot of common signs among people with low self-esteem, be it people who undervalue themselves or overvalue themselves. And those common signs are deep feeling of insecurity and emptiness, lack of empathy towards themselves and towards other people, disconnect from yourself, from your true emotions, from your true needs, from your memories, and so on. Also, lack of self-responsibility and destructive and or self-destructive behavior. Confusion, also emotionally based reactive behavior and distorted thinking. Lack of clear fundamental values and priorities is also common, and various interpersonal problems and involvement in toxic relationships. So the important thing to understand here is that people with low self-esteem, with unhealthy self-esteem, don't know how to estimate their worth. And their self-worth stems not from self, not from themselves, not from the self that I as a human being am, but from other people's opinions, from other people's judgments of them. So if I'm a person with low self-esteem and I think that I am smart, that I am pretty, that I am strong, that I am successful, then it means that I am. And if people think that I am stupid, ugly, lazy, worthless, then I am all of that. And the tragic thing here is that if my self-worth depends on other people's opinions, on other people's estimations, on other people's acceptance, then my emotional state and my well-being depends on other people's opinions. And this means that such a person fundamentally is dependent on other people. This might mean positively or negatively, actively or passively, but they are dependent on other people, on other people's opinions and judgments. So this means that they will try to avoid being themselves and try to be liked, accepted, validated by others. And this is dissociation. This is self-erasure. And in our culture, this is achieved by over-concentrating on external things or meaningless things that objectively are not important, worthless, or even harmful to your true well-being and true happiness. And instead of concentrating on themselves and living authentically, they concentrate on other people's opinions and on other people's validation. And since we live in a culture where happiness, well-being, and personal success are associated with things like money, fame, looks, sexual desirability, power, and similar things, people with low self-esteem try to emulate those other people with low self-esteem who look more successful or more happy and more popular. And meanwhile, these happy and popular people are miserable. They are rotting from the inside. They are not happy. So don't be fooled by that. This is not happiness. This has nothing to do with happiness. Quite the opposite, and this won't bring you happiness. So this is tragic. This is a tragic, desperate, and mostly unconscious attempt to fill the emotional void that people feel inside, and it's not going to work. Those methods, those popularity contests won't work. And I've seen and heard people say something similar like, I have money, I have time, I'm likable, I can do things in life, but fundamentally I feel unhappy. I feel anxious, I feel empty inside. And I've heard that both from my clients and from other people, from acquaintances. And some of those people are twice my age, so it's not that they haven't tried and achieved those things that in our culture are called success. So basically, all of this is a macabre popularity contest for acceptance and validation that you didn't get when you were a child. It's a desperate cry for rescue. Mommy, love me, daddy, love me. And it's really tragic if you think about it. But it doesn't have to be that way. And it is indeed possible to achieve more adequate self-esteem and to become truly, authentically happier in life. So in the next videos I will be talking more about healthy self-esteem and also about how self-esteem develops and other things, so stay tuned. Subscribe, like, share, be awesome, do what you gotta do. Stay tuned, thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye.